Guys, what is up? The Hill Twins are here
Back at it again
with another video. As you guys can see, we have Eon Hill here off of his top 8 Gencon DBS event and top 16 DBS regional. So Saturday and Sunday, top 16 with Android, top 8 and top 16 with Android 21. So without further ado, we're gonna have you jump into it.
So guys, so Android 21, I'm an avid believer that the deck is broken. I love it a lot. I'm happy that a lot of people was playing it. It was a lot of
it was a lot of people on 21.
It felt a little meta-ish, which was good because, you know, I've been playing this since she came out. Take a Life, she gains 5k. You can search the top 5 for any blue Android. She cannot use extra cards, and she cannot play battle cards with skills during her turn. Her awakened conditions have 4 or less life. She allows you to flip her over, untap 1. When she's awakened, she allows you to draw a card, untap up to 3 of your opponent's characters, and you get to use your opponent's characters in unison as energy.
Right.
And obviously, she can't, you know, use things. She can't use the extra. She can't play battle cards on her turn.
Right.
So without further ado, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 pans. Pan is staple. It's a double blue energy, and you trade 1 energy for a card and 2 uses. Pretty nuts. You can give control to it to your opponent. I do 2 Android 18 speedy substitution. They search your SCR and they replace your multicolor energy. Sometimes if you don't have a turn 1, you can charge your multicolor since you don't have another play. And then you can drop this before awaken, and then you can cycle out your multicolor.
Yep.
So you're fine when you see it. 4 Android 17 Defending Friends. He's an Android card, is searchable, and Defending Friends is just like a bean. It taxes your opponent for attacking battle cards. It's just too good.
Yep.
Super combos, I have 1 of the Android 18 tag team up, and then I have the Android 8 Kind-Hearted. This is draw. This is going to allow me to untap energy. It didn't work in the Gencon Cup against Legends. I didn't have a multicolor energy, which was bad, but I had it in hand. So that's the only situation where it happens, where you just have weird charges. But other than that, this card just saves every other game. You see this in your hand, you just feel like you can't lose. 4 beans, 4 D magics. It's like it's impossible to lose. 1 Turbo Creator Android 20. He's nuts. Just searches your SCR, and if you already have your SCR, it searches any other.
At that point, you just search the big 7 drop.
Or the burn, depending on how you want to do it.
Well, the 7 drop search the burn, but yeah.
Right. Godstrike Beerus. I mean, I can't tell you how many people I beat with Godstrike. I just baited them down to 2 life, and then I dumped them down they dumped their hand down. I said, I'm sorry, bro, Godstrike, take the 1 life. I have double D magics waiting for anything else. Game's over, they don't have a hand. 4 Android 21 full power counter. It's great multicolor energy, and it's a great floodgate. I mean, what more can you ask? The card's nuts. I wish it had deflect, but that would be probably asking for too much. 4 Android 21's Total Audacity. Draws 2 cards and it creates clone tokens. I really don't play the 1 drops because I don't want to fall into that Kortukai trap, but 2 for 2 is not bad. So if they drop a Kortukai, they lose their energy to make me lose 2 cards. I basically borrow 2 cards. It's okay. And I got a double striker and a battle card on their side of the field, so I can trade that. 2 Android 21 Total Audacity. It lost a little bit of its power because unisons are rampant and stuff like Golden Freeze, etc. And there's no counter window too. But it's always good against cards that, you know, decks that play boss monsters that have to attack. And it's always good against like green because they just try to bait you into using your negates, and then they drop Salzino sometimes, whatever, and you just be like, rest whatever SCR boss monster you have, so she comes up. And then against blue, it's just like, hey, you're not attacking this turn, you play something, rest everything else on board. I'm gonna draw a card and put a 20k crit blocker. 4 Android, no, not an Android, but where she was, SS Rose, Son Goku Black. No, this card is just, it's mad cool. I don't know why people don't play it. Like, 3Z energies sometimes feel rough, especially against Golden Cooler, but I mean, just coming in and sniping their card and just cantripping, that's just nuts. 20k double strike, it comes up, it happens, especially against yellow. I mean, it's like you can't swing out with those double strikes and invest too much on them. Android 21 SCR, I mean,
yeah, put it to the deck.
Gain 2 life.
That card is
I'm gonna put her right here because she belongs right there. 2 Measureless Strength. You can use it to filter, you can use it for energy, and you can use it to, you know, Shugesh your opponent's, Shugesh Kigoku your opponent's battle card all in if they don't have barrier, and it comes up, it happens. It really does. You know, you gotta be careful. There's so many ways to kill your battle cards during battle. You gotta be careful against this deck. It's very, very scary. 2 Android 21 Total Bad Omen. I mean, when you see this card, when you go down in life, it's a bad omen. You go down in 1 life, 2 life, it's definitely a bad omen. You know that's coming. When I search this card, there's a bad omen looming over your game. So that's that. Android, MVP of the entire event, Android 16, Steadfast Ally. Card's absolutely stupid. If you don't have Bloodlust, you just got to deal with it. And I tap 4 and I get to, if I have this in hand, I get to search for a 5-drop. So I can search for any 5-drop or less Android 21. Sometimes it's this or this. And depending on the situation, I'll play the SCR, the burn, or that. And it's just so bad. You all in. I've had somebody all in, and I just special summoned the SCR on a Unison, 8 to Unison, gained life. I had somebody all in, and they're at 1 life, and I'm like, actually, the game ended before you could kill me. And I had somebody all in with a barrier card, and they had a full board, and I'm like, floodgate you and kill the card in play. I mean, it's just too many applications. You die during battle, you die during battle, you die during battle. It's rough. He's just such, and then you drop a 25k double strike that makes your opponent pitch a card. It's a big card. It's not fair. It's these two were MVP. Obviously SCR's MVP, but he was trapdoor like a mofo. Between that, God Strike, I mean, players were just losing left and right. And Sun Gohan Power Reclaimed. My boy Doval was like, take them out, but I had to run them because they 3 energy kills anything during battle. That element is just too good. And then
it also snipes dual attack 5 drops.
It's just necessary, man. I don't think I can play blue without it.
I play wrong. You can combo out of the leader attack and kill that 3-drop.
I mean, even in the mirror, like sometimes I leave the energy open turn 1. They go turn 2. Drop their guy, and like sometimes they want to swing a crit into me, and I just be like, yo, here you go, tap the energy, pour it to the bottom of the deck, you just lost your ramp, game's over. I mean, that's bad, but you know, some people, you know, they play like that. So definitely MVP, and then these also, I mean, they're like, people like, oh, we killed the 8-drop because I dropped the 1-drop. I'm like, yeah, now I have 4 pseudo combos, and largely that's their use. Like, I drop her when it's opportune. But other than that, she's just like having a huge hand and just being able to defend is just nuts. So those are the battle cards. 1 Unison in the game because he holds it down. When Boo comes down, you know, probably not winning that match.
Next.
Boo. 4 Senzu Bean because I'm blue. Beat me through it. People really underestimate the power of Senzu Bean in this format. 3 realms paired up with Senzu Bean. You got a strong card. It's great against red as well. Great against all the colors that use weenies to attack out.
Red is in the meta?
It can be. 2 absolute release ball. You just can't take it off the list because it just has too many applications, especially when you're trying to go in. Floodgates, it kills floodgates. And it untaps energy offensively too, so sometimes if you have the multicolor, you spark. I made that misplay against Legends. I tapped out thinking that I had a multicolor because I'm always on autopilot with this deck. And I didn't have the multicolor, so I could not untap my energy, and I lost the game because of it. 4D Magic, because it's D Magic, 4 being 4D Magic, I'm blue, like, beat me. And then, which happens, and then 2 Ultra Instinct, Goku's Kamehameha. The card is just important. It helps you combo out, and also, I mean, I have a 20k double strike that I just pay for free. Now I'm gonna pay 1 energy and just, you know, put it 35k. It's just a lot of applications. It's a strong card. So that's the main board. Overall, I lost to my decision making. I played against Evelyn. I didn't drop my, I thought I had an extra energy. That was my loss. And then I played against this guy, Legends, and I made a bad misplay as well. So most of the time I felt I was in the pilot, in the seat to win. But shout out to those players. They're excellent players. Mafuba's awesome. Good against Golden Cooler. Good against pretty much anything that's going to attack you multiple times and it's going to cost your opponent energy. They invest into it and they just lose. Absolute Release Ball, 3rd one, comes up against a lot of decks. Floodgate heavy decks and, Floodgate heavy decks and Golden Freeze or whatever.
Just explained that card already.
2 of this. This was excellent against decks that created hand disparity with me, and also unawakening my opponent. It was just too free. It just was good. It's Hatch, they can't play, such and such. 3, the Boros, this came in against Gohan, or the mirror match, they floodgate me, and I'm like, hey, I have energy. Pitch, draw 2, combo it off. Same thing, I mean, or extra body depending on how much I was trying to push through. And then I played 1 Jurin because, well,
I mean, you just got to play it.
Yeah, if you don't play it, you don't respect it. I'm not losing it to 21 of us don't have it. My 2 boss monsters are in the side because obviously they were pre-side. So depending on the matchup, I put Cell in or Android 17 turning the tide.
Snapping the card.
Turning the tide was nuts, but Cell was better. It just was like, I keep my hand, you go down to 3, you lose the game. 1 Meshikabura against the mirror match and against other decks that had powerful boss monsters that they really need to rely on, especially on pivotal turns. and then 2 Koitsukai because you need it, and then 1 Goku's Kamehameha. It came up
You
against
only
everything.
have one of that? Wow.
Well, this it just came up. It was decent.
Your sideboard cards. It's
Yes,
nuts.
I do for some reason. But yeah,
Right.
it came up.
So,
And
Z
they're my
deck.
Z deck. These are my clone tokens. They're mad cool. Just don't snap them. Z deck. I have obviously just 1. A lot of people are doing 2, or you only need 1. 2, that's the right number for me. And then you need variants because the game, your deck that plays with advantage. So you have to have, variety. So I have played 1 of this. I can make him triple strike on demand. It's great when you do this at 6 life, put him to 3. Hardly anybody can defend it. This one was, I took Barris out for him. He's better, he's a double strike, and he gets to kill unison. So between leader, you can rely on 1 unison kill if it's a unison heavy strategy, and then you know that you have him, so you don't really have to focus all your attacks on that. 1 Cell, because Cell is nuts, is a critical dual attack, 25k, it'll clear board. You want to be able to clear boards after you use them, and then 1 Barris because Barris just comes up. Sometimes if the match was very heavy, you'll put the Barris first, expecting this to die. Then your next one, you'll set this up. And then, it's a little bit harder for them to kill that at times. And that's pretty much the deck.
Okay,
So, yeah.
there you have it. That is the
If you
top,
wanna play a
that's the
decent blue
6th
deck,
place
good blue
and
deck.
14th place,
Yep.
Android
21 and Nature
Right.
of Evil. So,
all right, thank you so much.
Thank you guys, and as always,
Stay super.